According to the businessman, about 711 bags of rice, 652 bags of beans, 1,602 bags of sugar have been stolen. Remember the warehouse in Abuja that was looted? I have some updates for you. Now, if you don't remember, you can go ahead and click on the video from yesterday. Now, the looters of that truck, they really thought that, oh wow, they're gonna go into this warehouse, they're gonna get edible items. Oh, to them, it's their right. Well, it is going to shock you. What they found in the bags that they looted: decayed and termite infested grains of corn. I mean, imagine putting yourself through the cloud, going through danger to find that things that you looted are decayed and termite infested. I don't know if I should laugh. I don't know if I should say sorry. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? But do you guys think that the looters have a right to be upset with the fact that what they found in the sacks are decayed corn? And I feel no pity, in my opinion. I am not sad for them. Looting is a crime, and if you stole, you stole. But this is the crazy part. I have an update on this warehouse that they looted. The warehouse and the trucks that were looted were not government owned. Dun dun. And news had been spreading around that these looted warehouses, they belong to the National Emergency Management Agency, but they don't. The agency has come forward to dispel this rumor, and they've declared that it doesn't belong to them. The person it belongs to is an actual individual, a businessman. So is it justified? Absolutely not. Like I said yesterday, looting is theft, right? The residents in the area said that the youths broke into the warehouse located around the Tasha area of the community in the early hours of Sunday. They looted bags of maize and other grains. And it's a private businessman, Murtalamo Ibrahim Gasiu, Abuja based. The hoodlums arrived at his store, and then they decided that they were going to force their way in. He noted that some of the looters were from the community, but when news got out, other people started arriving on a bicycle, which is absolutely insane. What's even more bizarre about this criminal act is the fact that this businessman and his fellow traders, they tried to stop the looters, but they were attacked with sticks and machetes. So it was not only that they were trying to steal from them, but they were actually trying to injure the people that owned the warehouse. And now this goes back to what I was saying, that there's a thin line between looting and anarchy, right? Looting is theft at the end of the day. You cannot be going around hurting your fellow citizen because you're hungry. It's still a crime. A lot of people had a lot to say about this online. Someone online said this: let's assume that the looting of the rice and other food items is due to hunger. But what about the looting of doors, sinks, and other building items? Because they also stole actual goods for manufacturing as well. The person online also said the government needs to fish out the perpetrators and make them suffer before the law. This is what happens when a large percentage of citizens of the country are liability. The only active ones are the people who are actually going to school, trying to make sure that they are adding value back to the society. This is a little bedrocks of chaos that's happening. And if we continue to justify and say, oh, the looting is okay because, oh, people are hungry, we're falling down a very slippery slope. Now, this goes back to what's happening across the nation, right? Even the people that are manufacturing, people who are distributing, they are feeling the brunt of everything. And I said before that there's a thin line between capitalism, people trying to make profits, and also the government being able to put regulation on how much people are actually selling their goods for. There's likely going to be a lot of private citizens who are going to be hit first, because at the end of the day, it's the private citizens, it's the distributors and the retailers who've invested their money into the business and who have to continue to figure out ways to make sure that they are staying afloat. We cannot expect that the government is going to be subsidizing every single thing, and the government is not. If someone has invested their money into a business, they got to make a profit, right? So I want us to make sure that we understand that looting is not a sign of steps towards a revolution. It's a crime. And we cannot condone a crime simply because there's economic distress. Anyways, after this incident, the chicken has finally come home to roost. The police have arrested 15 suspected individuals to be involved in this, and hopefully a lot more of the culprits will be apprehended. According to the businessman, about 711 bags of rice, 652 bags of beans, 1,602 bags of sugar have been stolen. The police have been able to recover a few of those items, but it does not amount to the loss that this businessman has incurred. The businessman also mentioned that some of the food supplies, that they were actually meant for the less privileged during Ramadan. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't know what people are doing with their goods in their warehouse. So nobody has any right to walk into anybody's warehouse and take their goods. We're really sitting on gunpowder if the government does not stand up and do something fast about what is happening in the country. Ooh, is it possible that there's going to be monthly rent in this same Lagos? You gotta click on the next video to find out what's happening.